watched?
I watched an animated thing on Hulu called Predator Killer of
I didn't
Kids.
watch that.
You watched the animated Predator?
I did
was
watch
that?
that. It was only about an hour and a half, so I thought it was here again, another one of these late night type of things where I was relaxing after working on the house, and I put that on because I was like, it's not too long, and I enjoyed it. It's good animation. The animation style reminds me of the Arcane League of Legends, if you've watched any of that on Netflix.
Nope.
Pretty good style. It's computer animated type of style, but I liked it. It's kind of like there's basically like 4 stories in a way. There's 3 individual stories of like 3 people that fight predators throughout time, and then there's one story that kind of like is pulling it all together there at the end.
Should have told us you watched that. We could have watched it.
I thought about doing that, but I watched it on like Saturday.
Yeah, we had like 4 days, bro.
You probably did. I probably should have sent you a text. I did debate that one.
Don't debate anymore. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah,
That's right. And if we don't watch it, we don't watch it. But at
And you
least we
don't
got the
watch it.
opportunity.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. But out of the 3 stories, I like the first
Screw
one.
that, I ain't watching that.
I
That's
like
fine, too.
the Viking one probably the best.
You watch the
they're-
Viking
they're-
show?
No, there's a Viking story there that's in there. But they're all pretty good. But they move fast. It's a lot of fighting, blood, guts, and things going on. But
There's a new
it's
Predator
definitely
movie coming up.
definitely not very deep at all by any means. And how it all ends is kind of open ended as well. But it's worth checking out.
Cool. Yeah, that's on my list. There's a new Predator movie coming out.
Yeah, I did see that. What is
I'd like
it?
to see that.
One of those Fanning girls is in it. Looks like she's
I don't know about that.
Android or something.
I went to the movie theaters.
What?
Again?
They
Yeah.
exist?
They do. I saw Karate Kid Legends.
Oh,
my god. I didn't know
cool.
that was out.
You know it was out?
That I cannot believe
It's
you went to the
surprisingly
theater for
good.
that.
So like on the poster, there's like Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio or whatever, and you're like, oh, they're like in this movie. It's like, I mean, Jackie Chan's in the very beginning, and then it's like probably halfway through the movie before Ralph Macchio comes in and Jackie Chan comes back in. But it's your typical, it's basically a Karate Kid story, right? But just with a few little twists. Like there's this kid who's like studying Kung Fu in China, and like his brother was like a Kung Fu champion, but got like attacked and killed. And so him and his mom moved to New York, so he's like a fish out of water in New York. Of course, he meets a girl, and of course they kind of hit it off, but the girl's ex-boyfriend is like this karate champ of the 5 boroughs or whatever tournament.
That's
or whatever.
weird.
Yeah.
Never
so
heard
like,
this story before.
yeah, but it's got like some pretty cool, like Joshua Jackson is in it, you know? He's the guy from Dawson's
He
Creek.
was in Dawson's Creek. He's now on that boat show with Don.
But anyway,
Johnson or something.
He's the girl's father, but he owes money to like some people because he owns like a pizza joint or whatever, some like gangsters. So but he's an ex-boxer, so like the Karate Kid teaches him like some moves so he can like win boxing matches and stuff. So you got like him training people, but then he's also got to fight this guy, and so then Ralph Macchio comes from California to New York to help train this kid or whatever. And then you got Jackie Chan. So you got like Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio trying to train him, and they have different styles. And so it's a very, very Johnny versus Danielson, kind of dichotomy dynamic where they're both like, oh no, my way's better. No, my way's better. So it gets kind of that. So it's fun, man. And I mean, the fight choreography is fun. It's just, it's like 90 minutes, so it's like the perfect length. It's just really enjoyable.
So it moves pretty fast.
And then at the very end, Ralph
sounds
Macchio
like it's a very standard story, though.
Yeah, it is very standard. Nothing blowing the doors off for him. But it's entertaining.
Yes.
And it's well done.
Okay.
But anyway, so he goes back to California, and like Johnny's there, and they have this fun little just conversation, like just have them bantering. And it's like that was almost the best part of the whole movie, just those two bantering, because that's where the magic happens.
Yeah. Geez.
So anyway, it's a little cameo from Johnny, and it's good times. So it's definitely worth watching. I don't know if it's
especially if you like
theater.
Cobra Kai, I would assume. And
Yeah,
things.
but I have the movie pass thing, like the Regal thing.
Okay.
So
okay.
it doesn't cost me anything.
Oh, so yeah, so you need to go
It
like
does
almost all the
cost you.
time.
It doesn't I can go as many times as I want, and I'm paying the same. So
Yeah.
How many times have you karate moved?
just one time.
Oh.
I don't think I need to go.
I would go like at least 5 or 6 times
There you go.
So yeah.
if I were you.
Anywho,
Actually,
It
I
was
just leave one
entertaining.
theater
I would
and go
get
to
the-
another.
I would
and-
really get the value out of my pass.
it's a time versus but yeah, no, it's entertaining.
Okay.
I'd recommend.
I watched The Cleaner.
Cleaner.
It's on HBO Max. It has Daisy Ridley in it, aka Rey from the Star Wars sequel trilogy. There.
Does she have a lightsaber?
No, she's got a gun though.
Oh, I like.
It turns out that
Like chicks with guns.
so the
Is it a
clean
laser?
no. So the cleaner, it also has Clive Owen in it.
Oh, he hasn't been in much.
He hasn't been in too much.
I like Clive Owen.
It's basically a Die Hard.
Oh,
movie.
I think I saw something
Yeah,
like that.
so she's a window cleaner. She happens to be cleaning the windows on this big,
a Viper?
Oh, I
high.
thought she was like a cleaner, like Harvey Keitel cleaner.
Yeah, no, she's a window cleaner,
Oh.
and so she's up here cleaning windows when the big building gets taken over, and so she's got to figure out how to get in.
Is she
and-
an ex-cop?
and It turns out she's an ex-military.
Oh, of course she
person, of
is. That's
course.
awesome.
Yes,
Ex-military.
ex-military
Don
got
has his hand up.
dishonorably discharged
Something to
from
say.
things. So yeah,
Do you remember the old G.I. Joe episode where they were
I
like,
am the Viper.
The Viper is coming.
He's
And
coming
they're
to
like
vipe
the whole
you.
episode. They're trying to figure out. They're like freaking out because the Viper's
Yeah, I remember
coming.
that. I think you actually brought that up on a podcast.
And it turns out to be it's a Viper, a window Viper, a window Viper.
a window.
The guy has a
Viper.
German accent.
Okay,
They think
okay.
because it's Cobra, they think the
'Cause it's
Viper's
Cobra.
coming.
You
It's
said
actually a
window
window.
cleaner.
Yeah, so window
I
cleaner
went
reminded
straight
you.
to
of
So was it
good old-
entertaining? I guess I didn't actually.
Yeah, it's another one of
As
those
a Die Hard
movies where
model.
it's like, an hour and a half. It's a Die Hard model. It tries to be a little different in its own way. There's a nice little twist, that I didn't exactly see coming, where somebody that I would have thought would have a bigger role does not in the movie. So, but it's your standard fare, of, okay, one person trying to take on stuff. They maybe spend a little too much time on some setup of the narrative to try to give her a backstory where, she's got this brother that's special needs a little bit and things before
That
they.
sounds bad.
So I feel like there's not enough action as much action as what I would have really hoped for
Gotcha.
from this type of movie, but it still moves at a pretty good pace and is entertaining.
So I'm a big fan of going to the right. Like I think that experience. So watching the Karate Kid, which is a fairly
We're back to the Karate Kid.
just make a point. Anyway, back to the Karate Kid. Yeah, like I saw that in the theater. It's a fairly mediocre movie. Like it's not like, but I think going to the theater to see a mediocre movie actually enhances that movie quite a bit. The theater experience makes a mediocre movie better if you're watching. You know what I mean?
I would have definitely
Like you
agree
don't
with
get
that.
the same
Yeah.
experience, and no matter how much you try and focus at home on a movie, it's just not the same as theater.
In the
being
theater,
completely
yeah.
immersed. And I think it elevates movies that are not the greatest.
The greatest, yeah. Because
Yeah.
I do find, especially if I start getting bored with the movie at home, picking up an iPad or something like that, is much.
Whereas if you're
easier.
engrossed in the theater, you're kind of stuck, and so you don't really.
So you
have a
do
lot.
end up concentrating a bit there or falling
Yeah.
asleep, I suppose. But
Or Don would fall asleep.
Or stare at the clock and wonder
Yeah.
when the fuck it's
he's
gonna
going to
be
get over.
It
But
doesn't
yes.
happen that much. But
I did that
sometimes.
at that Kevin Costner Western.
That's fair.
I checked
like
the
Horizon?
clock every 5 minutes.
I love that movie.
I was like, when is this?
I could
All right,
see
what
that.
did you watch, Don? We've only talked about.
I watched The Accountant 2.
Oh, I
I
was.
want to see that.
wanted
Why
to
didn't you
do
text
that.
us and tell us we need to
Well,
watch it?
I was going to try to watch that one as well, and I just didn't get around to it.
But if Don told me he watched it, I might have watched it.
Maybe I could have watched
You
that
guys are
instead
bad
of
at this
reading.
communication.
It's all right. Like,
John Bernthal. Punisher.
yeah,
I know,
I know.
Punisher.
That's the best part.
That is the
that's like
reason
the
I
best
wanna
part
watch it.
Is him. They're brothers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was he in the first one?
No.
I thought he was.
Maybe I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he
I
was.
don't remember.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but I think he actually has some
Um,
IMDb credit
Gotcha.
in there.
Yeah, I mean,
It's your standard action.
It is what you expect it to be.
That's
I mean, he makes the movie, the Barenthal, however you say his name.
Yeah.
Because he's just
Is there
he's
another
like
way to say it?
totally opposite of Affleck.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So they play off each other,
That's good.
and it's pretty funny.
Cool.
But yeah, that's pretty good.
Cool.
Have you guys, either of you, watched Lion?
Yeah. So he is
No, I have
credited
not.
in the original Accountant as Brax, his brother.
I guess maybe he is in it.
But
It's
I
just
just
the
don't
first
think
movie
he.
was so forgettable.
I don't think that he had a very big part in the first
Gotcha.
one at all.
He's in The Bear.
John Bernthal. Yeah.
The
yeah.
Bear.
He also plays the Bear.
He's in
know
the
that.
series called The Bear.
You know
that's
what
on
The Bear
Hulu.
is?
It's about a guy who runs a restaurant. So and that thing. But
I watched the
Oh, you're doing two?
Lioness.
Yeah.
We watched the first season, and we're almost.
Is that another
finished.
Taylor Sheridan one?
I need to watch it. Is it good? Is it worth watching? It's
Okay.
on my list.
I assume it's on Paramount.
The first season is
Yeah.
really good.
Okay, cool.
The second season, of course, Taylor Sheridan has to be in, so he's in
I'd rather he would.
as
not.
a. as the-
I'm
He
with
may be
you.
worse than. I would
He's like,
rather. I would
tough.
rather watch Tarantino in a movie than Taylor Sheridan at this point.
bulky,
Night
like special
Shyamalan.
ops guy.
Yeah,
I mean, the second season isn't bad, but I liked the first season better.
sure. But you're
Um,
not done with this.
No, that's true. But I liked the
Maybe
plot
even better.
of the first season. I liked the plot of the second season. Do you guys know what it's about at all?
Like a special agent.
Yeah.
Like, is it military?
Yeah, they're like, well, no, they're like CIA.
That's
Um,
kind of military.
well, it is
It's not
kind of military.
technically. Do they
But
work
they
for the
do
Pentagon?
they do militaristic
Missions.
which are not supposed to.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like a rogue CIA operation.
That sounds awesome.
But the lioness refers to planting a deep cover, undercover agent in a situation to try to get to somebody else, if that makes.
Makes perfect sense.
Um,
So much
But yeah.
sense, Dodd.
it's good. Did I tell you guys we watched Mobland?
Yeah, you talked about it like weeks
Okay,
ago.
I couldn't remember.
Talk
But
about
yeah, Lioness, accountant, and then I've been watching. I can't get enough of Black Mirror. I went back and I've been watching all the Black Mirror.
Like rewatching them?
Yeah, yeah.
You got problems.
I'm like, no, dude.
It's not
There's
show
a
you're-
couple. There's a couple that I never saw, or
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
You better watch Bandersnatch because I think that one's going off for some reason.
Have you ever watched that?
I don't think I have.
That's the one where you can pick
choose your own adventure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched it once.
I never watched it.
I made it through it.
Cool. I watched. Scott will remember this because he talked about it and I didn't. I hadn't watched it yet. Running Point.
Ah, yes.
I don't remember Scott talking.
It
about
is a series on Netflix with Kate Hudson. And,
She owns a
where
basketball
she-
team.
right.
Well,
Where
she's the
she-
president of the basketball.
Yeah,
team.
she's running a basketball team. It's kind of
It's
like the
fun.
Lakers type of thing.
It's yeah, it is very.
It's a
much
bit
like
more
this.
of like a little bit of more of a raunchy Ted Lasso type of thing. I feel.
Yes,
like.
it doesn't have the same heart as Ted Lasso.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not as good, but I mean, it's your typical Netflix show. Like, it's just good enough to like make you watch it, but not good enough to like be amazing, right?
Right.
Like it's.
I would
That's
agree.
like that's like what Netflix shoots for. It's like we just want to be entertaining enough so that you watch it,
But they're
but
30
not
minute
entertaining
episodes.
enough to where you're ever gonna want to watch this again. Or
It's a
talk about it.
decent ensemble comedy.
Yeah, it's fine. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine. It's
Yeah.
just nothing.
That is true. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was entertaining. We like tore through that because I was getting ready to cancel Netflix because my month was because I signed up and like my month ended on like the 19th, so I had
Yeah.
to get it done so I could cancel it.
Yeah, but Squid Games 3, isn't it about to come out?
I don't watch Squid Games.
I haven't.
I watched
You
the first
do.
season.
Oh, you didn't watch the
I
second
haven't
season?
watched the second
You
one.
loved the first season.
Yeah.
You did like it quite
And
a
you
bit.
pay for Netflix, you better use it.
I do. I'm using the shit out of it.
All the Black Mirrors.
I'm watching Black Mirror.
See, I dropped Netflix a couple of months ago.
Hmm.
I figure I'll pick it back up around November when Stranger Things comes back.
Because they're going to release it in like 3 chunks.
I think they are, but
Yeah, like it's like they're releasing like the first part in November,
There's
the second
more
part in
Stranger
December.
Things coming.
yeah,
Last
the final,
season, baby.
Final season.
Final
Aren't
season.
those kids like fucking adults
Yeah, I
now?
think that
Oh,
they
yeah.
waited way too long.
Yeah.
They're all going to be like, you know.
Well, I also
day
hear there's supposed to be a
jobs.
bit of a time jump, though. Happening.
Well, I hope so because
Well,
they're
yes,
like
I guess.
25 now.
Probably so.
It's probably a smart move.
Yep.
Okay, so I found the greatest thing ever.
I doubt
so,
it. You
well,
haven't watched the greatest thing
for
ever. We're supposed
us,
to watch. We were bored.
for me, Ben, and Barbara. So we love watching horrible disaster movies like Sharknado and just like cheesy, stupid, crappy special effects, like end of the world destruction movies, like kind of stuff.
Godzilla.
There's this
versus
app.
whatever.
Yeah, but not that good. No.
Okay.
But like so, you remember like sci-fi, like the sci-fi made for movies, you know?
Yeah,
that are just
we know
really
crappy
horribly
movies. Done.
done?
You guys
Yeah.
like to watch horrible movies?
Oh, we love it.
Okay,
There's this
That's
channel.
great.
It's called like
Crappy,
Fossum.
horrible movies.
Well, no, it's called
Oh.
Fossum. Fawe, like F awesome. Fossum.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, F and
Okay.
awesome. And
F and
they
awesome.
have a bunch of
Okay.
movies on there, and they have categories, and one of them is just like disaster. So there's like a whole channel of disaster movies. So we've been watching. We watched like 2 of those. It was about this asteroid gonna crash
Yeah, I think
and
I've seen that
destroy
one.
it.
Yeah, it's
And
called
then
Sudden Impact.
yeah, and then there was another. It is.
No, it's called
So
Deep Impact.
Deep Impact.
Deep
that
Impact.
Was that was the
So-
comment.
You watched that
it
one?
has commercials.
No.
This
Okay.
channel has commercials.
Okay.
But they play the same effing
Yeah,
commercial.
that's how all those streaming things do.
So we were watching it. We actually had to mute it. It was an Arby's commercial. And they played it like 4 times in a row. Every time they would have a commercial break.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we saw it like 20 times.
That's
And it was
that's
the
what happens
exact
to me
same
all the
clip.
time
All the
because
time.
all my
Oh my
streaming
God.
shows.
But it's
I
usually
am
Sky
too-
Reezy.
I'm
Well,
too,
yeah.
I want to sign up. I want to get some Sky Reezy. I don't even know what
Yeah.
it does. It just sounds amazing.
They got a cool jingle, don't they?
Yeah.
Since every streaming service I sign up for, I'm so damn cheap that they all have commercials.
This one you
That's
don't
what
even have an
happens.
option. Like
So-
you just download the app. It's like a store, an
Yeah.
app or whatever, and I mean you just watch commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
But yeah. So we're having
Cool.
fun.
That sounds great. I watched the boringest movie ever called Transit. Yeah,
I'm bored.
it's
Yeah.
just really boring.
I don't
Don't
even want
watch
to know
it.
about it.
I'm not even gonna talk about it. That's how boring
Nice.
it is.
But you did talk.
Nope, I just mentioned it. I didn't
Oh,
talk. I didn't like describe it.
I think that's all I watched.
Oh, I know. I watched something. Mickey 17.
Oh.
Did you watch that yet?
Love that. Or I thought it was very good.
It was very good. It wasn't as good as I
enjoyed that
wanted it to
movie.
be.
Okay.
Like I wanted it to be better.
Okay.
But it was still super good, and it was so funny.
I
And
think my
I didn't
ex-
expect it to be as satirical as it is.
Oh, God,
But
it
it's
is,
super
yes.
dark humor, satirical,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
funny, and
yeah.
kind of off the wall.
Freaking, what's his name? Incredible
Mark
Hulk.
Ruffalo?
Yes, Mark Ruffalo.
Oh my god,
was
he's
great.
so good.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it's pretty good.
It is. It was
pretty
definitely, for me, I thought it was more enjoyable because I didn't know what to really expect out of that.
I didn't
thing.
either.
And so.
It starts out really funny because they keep showing him dying in different ways.
Uh-huh.
They're like, he's like working on the outside of the spaceship. They're like, yeah, they're like, oh yeah, no, you're probably getting sick because we're trying to see what the radiation is going to do to you. or
Dude, yeah.
whatever."
We don't really
So
care what you're trying
let
to
us
do
know
out
every few seconds how you're feeling. Like,
Yeah.
are you getting like dizzy? Are you gonna throw up, or what's going on? You know, and then when they get on that planet and they're like, oh, there's like some kind of virus here. Let's try this vaccine. Oh nope,
Yeah.
that killed him. Let's try
Yeah.
this one. Oh nope, that killed him. They keep exposing him to it and then bringing
Yeah.
him back and trying different vaccines.
That's
That's
on
probably
my
the best
list
part.
of watch. We just haven't
Yeah.
gotten.
It's pretty good.
there. The Mark Ruffalo, like, is
He's like the Trump
the
sort of
yes, the
leader
president
guy
type of leader of
of this colony or
yeah,
whatever.
this mass exodus in this.
What do they call it? A
ship
generation
that
ship almost. But I guess
Yeah.
it's only 4 years.
they- Yeah, so him and who plays his wife?
Oh, is it what's her name? Tilda Swinton, maybe?
No, it's not Tilda Swinton.
It's not
but I-
Kate Blanchett. I can't remember.
I
that
can't
one.
remember
It's one of
either,
those.
but-
Like, they all kind of run together.
Yeah, they do, and but
Yeah.
she's actually, or she's really.
Was
good
she the
with it,
same one
but
who was in Okja?
I don't even know what that one is.
You didn't watch Okja? If you like Mickey 17, you're gonna love
even know
Okja.
what the fuck
I don't
you're
even
saying.
know. I don't even know how I even spell that.
OKJA. Okja. How would you pronounce it, Don? Thank you.
Okay,
It's
John.
on Netflix.
Okay, John.
You should watch it. Okja.
Akcha, huh?
Okay, John.
It's the same director, writer.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, Okja's good. Mickey, it's not as good as Mickey 17. I think the problem with that guy, I think his best movie is still like Parasite. Like I think that's his most complete kind of,
Yeah.
Snowpiercer was good, but not great.
Was that Snowpiercer his too?
Yeah,
Tony Collette.
Tony Collette. That's right.
That's who
Tony
that
Collette.
is.
It's because she had her blonde hair in that one. So
Man, because I like Snowpiercer as well, but you are right. It's probably not as good.
But
as-
his very first movie, The Host, I think that's really good. But it's very straightforward.
Huh.
Someone thought he did Train to Busan. I'm like, it's not that good.
I liked it.
Well, I'm glad you did. But anyway, so yeah, I think that's all I want.
I think-
Okay, thanks. Sounds good.
Bye.
Evil Squid Comics Podcast. We are part of the Collector's Maze Network.
Dawn.
Scott.
And Drew.